And that's the summary of what
okay.
happened on the night of the 7th. These shadows seem to be quite a bit more formidable than the ordinary ones.
I see. So our enemies are growing stronger as well.
And more clever.
Well, it's not all bad news. In fact, I called today's meeting because...
Hold on. Before we go on, I'd like to ask Kirijo-senpai something.
Wait, what?
Oh?
I know I'm not the only one thinking this. So much has been happening lately. I feel like I've just been getting dragged along without really understanding anything. But now, I want answers.
Oh boy.
So I'm gonna ask you straight out. You've been hiding something from us, haven't you, Senpai? You're always acting like you don't know anything about the Dark Hour or Tartarus. But they're connected to that accident 10 years ago, aren't they?
What was the accident?
What accident?
I know there was one, but what was it?
There was an explosion near our school and a lot of people died. It must have been big news back then. You know about it, don't you?
She's only a year older than you. She might know a bit about
Luckily,
it,
no students
but...
were injured. But something is off here. At the time of the incident, there were several unexplained absences. Seems like more than just a coincidence to me.
Feels like a stretch.
Well, I dug up some old school records and found something interesting. Those students weren't just absent. They all suddenly collapsed and had to be sent to the hospital. Sounds familiar.
Apathy
doesn't it?
syndrome.
Remember those girls who bullied Fuka?
Oh,
They
no,
had to be
that's...
hospitalized
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I didn't even make that connection.
I want an explanation. What really happened on the
Okay,
day of
but
that accident?
why
the
would...
Kirijo group built our school, so you have to know something. Tell me the truth.
Well, I don't know everything my parents did. Why would she know everything her parents have done?
I wasn't trying to hide anything from you. It just never seemed relevant. But...
Okay, so what is it?
Okay. It's not your fault.
I still don't trust you.
Alright, I'll tell you everything.
Please do. I'm actually really curious.
Shadows have many mysterious abilities. Some research indicates they can even affect time and space. We think of them as our enemies, but what if we could somehow use them to our advantage? They could be a source of unimaginable power, couldn't they?
Where is this going?
One man pursued that very line of thinking. He was the former leader of the Kirijo group, Koetsu Kirijo, my grandfather.
Where is
My
this
grandfather
going?
was obsessed with the shadows. He wanted to harness their power to create something
Is
extraordinary.
he in the art book?
Create something extraordinary?
To that end, he assembled a research team and had them amass a number of shadows.
He was collecting them? Damn,
That
that's
doesn't
freaking
seem like a
crazy.
good idea.
But 10 years ago, during the final stages of the project, there was an accident, and the experiment failed. They lost control of the Shadow's power, altering the nature of the entire world.
The entire world.
You can't mean...
Yes, Tartarus.
Oh my
and the
God.
Dark Hour.
Wait, what? Oh my God.
According to the records, the accumulated mass of shadows split into several large ones.
Wait,
that
so
later
this is
dispersed.
her
These are the
grandfather's
shadows
fault.
We've been encountering on nights when the moon is full.
Maybe that's why it's difficult to predict where they'll appear. Wait a minute. If what you said is true, then why did our school turn into
Because
Tartarus?
I bet that's where the
Tell me,
research
is it
facility
because
was.
that's where they conducted the experiment?
Yes.
Holy
Then
shit.
those students who were hospitalized.
It's just as you fear. It was a highly populated area, and the Kirijo group had influence there. They could essentially do as they pleased. Port Island must have been the perfect location for them. So yes, as you guessed, the experiment 10 years ago was conducted at Gekkokan High School.
Oh my God.
Just what are you trying to say here? So that's the whole purpose behind C's? We were dragged into all this just to clean up their mess?
Okay,
You lied
that's
to us?
jumping to conclusions, I feel.
And you knew too, didn't you, Sonata-senpai? You've both just been using us! Or do you not care as long as you're the one who gets to do the fighting?
I never said anything like that.
He didn't say anything.
I have my reasons.
Think what you'd like, but it was my decision not to share the information. I'm sorry. It was never my intent to deceive you. Convincing you to join Seas was my highest priority. I know it may not be fair, but shadows can only be defeated by persona users. We are the only ones who can fight.
That's hardly the point!
I never had a choice either. It didn't matter if I wanted this power or not.
Mitsuru, that's enough.
Takeba-kun, it's only those in the past who are to blame. And they lost their lives as a result
As
of what
much
they
as I
did. We're all
dislike
in the same boat
this
here.
guy, he's
None of us
right in
deserve
this
the burden
very
that's been
specific
thrust upon us.
condition. I still don't trust him, but he's right here.
It's been 10 years since the incident in question. No one knows why those shadows suddenly returned. But now that they're here, we have the chance to find and destroy them. Do you realize what that
I
means?
feel like he was involved
What
in
if
more
I told
ways.
you that the 12 shadows are the cause of everything?
I thought we already
You're saying
established
if we
this.
defeat them all, Tartarus and the Dark Hour will disappear?
That would not surprise me.
That's what I was going to tell you earlier. See? It's good news, isn't it?
Yeah, it
Can that
is,
really be
but
true?
There's evidence to support it. And this is where our true battle begins.
Our true battle.
alright, we have a
Regardless
meaning
of
behind
what's
the
happened
mission.
In the past,
Or
we
reason
must
for
fight
it.
to protect the people. The shadows are gaining strength. We can't afford to wait for them to strike first.
Right.
And there are still many mysteries surrounding Tartarus. For instance, why did such a gigantic structure appear in the first place? The answers must be out there somewhere.